Okay, so I wanted to show some methods of extracting layers or parts of an image from a 2D image. So what I have in here is a Pink Floyd concert picture that has these people in the foreground, the audience in the foreground, and then these, big totemic pictures on the left and right, and then the musicians also kind of in the middle ground, and then maybe on the background, this stage setup. So with that, I think the first thing I'm going to do is duplicate this background layer. I'm going to go to this plus sign and make another layer and just keep that in the background. I'll turn it off so it doesn't conflict. I'm going to use, see, all right, I'm going to turn off this effect for mouse pose, but I do want the keystrokes. There. So now when I type something, so I actually want to I had everything selected, and I wanted to deselect it, so Command D is deselecting. There's a few shortcuts that are really useful. All right, I'm going to go up here on the sidebar and select this quick selection tool, because I already saw that was useful to get this audience. So right now it's a pretty small size. I'm going to hit brackets. Right, it should be actually, yeah. It's right bracket to grow the size of my selection tool, and I'll just make it the way I want. And then let me deselect, Command D, and then on this layer, making sure that this layer is selected, I'm just going to go select, tick, 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 and it based on contrast, as most of these tools that select or mask are. So, you know what? This is going to be good enough. If I really wanted to do a better job than just demonstration purposes, I would have to go in there and let me just show you. Yeah, get rid of this. Let me just use this as an example. Make my selection a little bit smaller with brackets. Hold Option, and that way I can reduce. Deselect parts, and then here I want to add to my selection. Oh, that's too much, so hold Option, and then I can deselect but still keep the hand. And anything else here, maybe here, these in between spaces, and maybe here, hold Option and get those. So I hope that makes sense. I am zooming out. All right, good. So now I want this on a separate layer, so we can use this separately. Command J. All right. So if I turn this background layer off, you can kind of see there's the audience. And so we'll see this, there'll probably be a doubling, because down here right now, if I turn the top layer off, I have, everything still in this picture, so it's not extracting it from that. I kind of go back and forth what the best method would be. If I make this selection, go to this layer, another possibility would be to do Command X to extract it from there. And if I put both of these on, you see there's kind of a pixel missing. I'm not exactly sure why, but that might be a good way to not have it be doubled. But for right now, I'm just going to do the Command J. It's easy, it keeps it in place, etc. Okay, so we're going to go Command D, and I'll extract a few more things, and then a big part of the background, we'll leave that as it is. Okay, so let me try this object selection method. It's really cool when it works this top way, and I'm going to try to go around. I'm not sure, Nick Mason or whatever, the two guys from Pink Floyd. I'm going to try to surround them with a box, release. All right, didn't go as well as I was hoping. It did get some things on the left, so I'll just switch over to the magic selection tool, and like before, just kind of add to this and then hold Option for getting rid of areas. Oops. And here's hard because the background is the same color as his clothes and all that. Option, and there we go. And this will be kind of rough, but you get the idea, I hope. And then it is like the picture is a big determinant of how good this method works. The actual method that the actual image that you have, and how the pixels are there, and the resolution. If it's really compressed, this is probably pretty compressed coming from the web. It's not also that big, so that's what you have. So Command J. All right. So this is what I have right now. There's some methods that you can, for example, let me go and select this selection again. You hold Command, click on the image to get that, and then you can go down to this, and you can look at refinements like edge detection. So that might help a little bit. Just kind of make this for view. Smooth out the selection. See if contrast will help. Then feather this. I don't want to really feather it in. Here, let's shift the edge out. Okay, let's leave it like that and say okay. That accepts it. And that's my selection. Command J. And then let me get rid of that other one. Okay, so this is what I have now. It just looks a little bit not so chopped up. Okay, one or two more, and then we're going to be done with this little demo. We'll take it over to Photoshop in a part 2. Right, let me grow my my brush size. So let me see if the quick select will do this. Not, it won't. Make sure you're on the right layer. That's usually the culprit if the selection is acting as weird as it was. Let me go a little bit smaller. Command D, deselect. All right, there we go. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of this part of the selection on the bottom and the side. Good, that's good. And let's just do this separately. Command J. And I'm going to do this one as well. Oops, wrong layer. And all right, that works good. It works well for me for this. And let's get this thing here. All right, this I'm going to try to do again with the object selection. Like in different lighting environments, it's worked really well. Let's see what happens here. Oops, nothing's going to happen here because it's on the wrong layer. Let's try this again. All right, there, did a decent job. You know what, though? I think if we just select it on our own, we'll be better off. So Command D, get rid of everything. There you go. That's not that great either. All right, I'll just make this part like a. Oops. Good. Make this a part and just see if we can use this later. Do Command J. And what else? So let me go to this one and just isolate it, not this one. These two are that. Go to, where's my musicians? Oh, did I not save them? Maybe I didn't. All right, let me do them again really quickly, and then I can also invert it, and then we're done. Yeah, you can see that there's no real resolution in this image, so I think that's where it's coming from, the kind of chewed upness of everything. Making this a little bit smaller. Here is one of those Pink Floyd amazing musicians. And all right, so that works well enough. All right. Command J. And these are the musicians. And now I'm going to select them again, be on the right layer, and then invert everything. So invert my selection. Not sure why I do that here, but I am going to go up to select, and somewhere in here is invert. Inverse. All right, so now it has everything selected except for, and I'm going to make a Command J of that. So this is what I have with this last one. Just everything except for them, so I can have this as a backdrop. Here's my backup copy with them in there. So let's start from here. These guys, there's that part, there's that part, there's that part. Oh, that's where my musicians were. So I have 2 copies. Okay. Here's the crowd, and then here's what I have as a backdrop. Which is pretty massive, but we'll see how we use this and how we kind of hide it up and chop it. Cool. Here's a backup copy, and here's another backup copy. All right, let's save this. We'll do a save as, because I want to do layers. Okay. And we'll stop this.